Good
Okay.
morning. Did you watch
Good
any good
morning.
movies this week? Or did you watch any movies this week
Did I did I watch any
besides
good movies this week?
besides the
That's the
ones that we're
question.
covering? I
Um,
watched I watched
uh,
Key to Love, which is a GAC movie. It just happened
oh,
to start running after another movie that I watched. It's got Alicia, oh, I'm going to butcher this name, Josipovich and Corey Sevier, and she's a
oh,
bookstore owner, and he's an architect slash romance book cover model. And everything that you're
uh,
imagining right now, long hair, Viking costume. This is Corey Sevier. He's probably,
oh,
170 pounds soaking wet. And,
oh
and so
my
they've got
gosh.
him all dressed up like Fabio. I don't know. Does anybody remember Fabio anymore for these book covers?
Hopefully.
And the movie was fine. It was cute, but I just didn't buy him as a romance book cover model. So,
No. Yeah, um well I watched both of the movies that we're recording for today
mhm.
twice. And then I started to watch Mystic Christmas. I've seen it before, but it started
Hmm.
playing after one of the movies, and then I ended up needing to make dinner or whatever, but I forgot that I really like that movie. It's very cute.
I haven't seen that one. Who's in that?
It's a little bit, um, the blonde girl with the short hair.
Oh, me.
You. Let me look it up. I forget her. I
Mystic
forget
Christmas.
her
I don't
name.
know that I've even heard of that one.
Yeah. She is like an animal trainer, and her friend owns some kind of animal rescue, and she talks her into coming to help her with the seal.
Oh,
Um,
kind of like the
and then
penguins.
yes, she inevitably reunites. Oh, Jesse Schramm,
Hmm. I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who that is.
and then Chandler Massey, who's been in quite a few Hallmark movies as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's the leading guy, she's the leading girl. It's very cute. I like it. Predictable, of course, but
Yeah.
a Hallmark movie isn't, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
anyways,
should we
aside from
dive?
that, yeah. I don't think I've been on a documentary rabbit hole. So, um,
Oh,
oh my God, I've watched like every documentary on Netflix.
I just watched one recently. What was it? It was a three-parter. I don't even just the TV runs in the background while I'm doing housework and stuff, so I don't even remember what one it was. I don't know. I'll think of it. But we just started watching Sticks. You guys might like
Oh.
this, you and Phil. It's on Apple TV, and
Mm-hmm.
it stars, oh, not Luke, Owen Wilson, and
Mm.
he's a retired golf pro, and it's just the journey of him trying to help this young, really good golfer make it really far in the tour. It's a comedy. Each
Oh,
episode's only like 35 minutes, and it's really good. My hairdresser told me about it, and we've really been enjoying it.
okay.
So,
I'll have to watch it. I really
Sticks.
liked that Kate Hudson series on Netflix, where she is the manager of a basketball team.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I forget what it's called, but it's been renewed. They're making more episodes, so I'm excited to see
Oh,
it. It's definitely pretty raunchy because
hmm.
it's like a bunch of guys on a professional basketball team.
Oh,
But
okay. Hmm.
but Tom Hanks, his oldest son, I believe, the one who was estranged for a while because he had some drug problems and
Hmm.
stuff, he's in it. He's one of the main characters, and he's really good in it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Netflix. I'll
I
check it out.
really enjoyed it. Yes,
Cool.
yes.
Well, should we dive
Alrighty.
into this week's episode? you can't tell, I'm wearing a
Yes.
Hallmark Christmas t-shirt, but
Aw.
all you can see is the top. So,
I was
uh,
gonna wear something Christmassy, but then I have meetings after this. So I
oh,
was like, maybe not.
yeah. Well, welcome to Love on the Pod, a podcast about all the cheesy romantic TV movies we adore. I am Sherri.
I'm Jessica.
And today we're discussing Hallmark's 2024 movie. It's a Christmas movie called Unwrapping Christmas, Tina's Miracle. And it came out last year, as we mentioned last week. There hasn't been a lot of any really new releases for Christmas in July. Sorry, I've got raspy throat this morning. Allergies are
Frog in your
killing me this
throat.
year.
Mm.
Yeah, here, I'm going to drink some tea. But so we're diving back to last year, which there really were a lot of Christmas movies last year that I didn't see. They put out so many. So I'm excited to talk about some of the ones that I didn't catch last year and I caught this year.
Yes.
So Unwrapping Christmas, Tina's Miracle, it's part of a 4-part movie series. And this is the first one. It centers around Tina Mitchell, a successful owner of a gift wrapping shop called All Wrapped Up. As the holiday season approaches, Tina is tasked with planning the town's annual Christmas gala. However, her plans hit a snag when the venue for the gala faces cancellation due to a Scrooge-like new estate owner who intends to sell the property. Adding to the complications, Tina finds herself falling for Michael, a charming businessman who, unbeknownst to her at first, is revealed to be, you guessed it, the very estate owner threatening the gala. The movie follows Tina as she tries to save the cherished town tradition while navigating her budding romance with Michael, whose young daughter Haley is eager to see her father find love. It was released on November 7th, 2024. It stars Natalie Hall, who I have seen before in Noelle Next Door and Fit for a Prince, and I really like her. And then Alec Santos, who was in Campfire Christmas, plays the part of Michael. He was on one episode of Firefly Lane and 2 episodes of Virgin River. Directed by Max McGuire and written by T. Booker James, who also wrote Fit for a Prince, which starred Natalie Hall. Filmed in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, with scenes at St. Matthew's Anglican Church, but the story itself takes place in St. Paul, Minnesota. So, initial thoughts about this one. I know that Danny, who is, again, we mentioned before, she's on maternity leave. She watched this last year and she loved it. What are your initial thoughts?
I liked it. It wasn't one that I would rank up there with my favorites of all time, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute. It was very predictable. There were some things that I had some questions about. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for a movie based in Minnesota, they dressed pretty lightly.
Yeah.
You know, Minnesota's flipping cold, guys.
So cold.
So wearing
Well, isn't
their
that?
little pea coats and heels, probably
Uh-huh.
not actually real
No
life.
hats. Yeah, because wasn't that movie New in Town filmed in Minnesota? And it was actually filmed in Minnesota, and you could tell Renee Zellweger, when the sliding doors open and that burst of cold air hits her, you can see their breath the entire movie. It is
Yeah,
freezing
her
cold.
her cheeks turned bright red, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
yes.
this was
Yeah.
probably filmed in the springtime in Canada. I didn't
Mhm.
make mention of when it was filmed, but yeah, it definitely was not
What about
Minnesota.
you?
I'll echo what you said. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite. I liked all the actors. Nothing wrong with any of the acting, I don't think. Um,
Mhm.
but I did have some questions about certain things, and some questions were answered later because I did end up watching the second movie in the series, Mia's Prince. Um,
Mm.
so there, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, there was a few inconsistencies, a few things that made me say, one being the gift wrapping shop. How is it sustainable all year long? All you do is wrap gifts, and that's it. There's no other thing. They make their own paper, which we'll talk about that later
And
too.
that store is giant. It is
It's
so
huge.
big. It has an
It's huge.
upstairs. It's like,
Yeah, and I
oh
wondered,
my gosh.
does somebody live upstairs? But no, they seem to have their own places. And again, in Hallmark land, you can open a gift wrapping store that's open all year long and have a gorgeous house. I'm guessing
Mhm.
they're making minimum wage, but who knows? Maybe Minnesota,
Yes.
there's a big gift wrapping audience.
There's
I'm
a
not
big
sure.
demand.
Yeah. So we
Uh,
open with four friends: Tina, Mia, Lily, and Olivia. They are all friends since college. They run us, and they made a point to mention that it's a successful year-round gift wrap store called All Wrapped Up. And the girls are gathered around what appears to be it's a giant space, as you mentioned, but they are all gathered around what appears to be just a single plastic table overflowing with gift wrapping supplies. There's no room to wrap anything. It's so covered in stuff. But they're all four of them are gonna wrap at this little small, it's probably like a half size Costco table.
did you
And I'm like,
see C Cindy Busby's character? She just kept shoving more greenery on top of she's picking up more. I'm like, "What are
uh-huh.
you doing?"
Don't know what to do, put a
I
pick
know
in it.
yeah, I know busy hands are good when you're an actor, but I'm like, "What?
Mhm.
Stop it. It's too much."
Yeah. And they probably didn't want them picking up paper because it rattles. So what's something that's
Mhm.
quiet? Just put another pick in it till it's overflowing. And they're known for their gift wrap and winning competitions for this beautiful gift wrapping. So
Well, every
apparently
town
people.
has a gift wrapping competition, of course. Why wouldn't they?
Oh yeah. Yeah. An annual gift wrapping competition. So it's busy season. They have a gala to plan and a title to defend. A title to defend. Words are hard this morning. Title to defend as best gift wrapper, and you can see their plaques on the wall. They've all been named best gift wrapper year after year. But Mia's priorities are finding dates for all of them for the gala. And Tina has not dated since her engagement was broken off a year ago. Turns out she, made all these wedding plans, and this guy was not, they didn't really go into it too much, but he was not what he appeared to be, and broke her heart. So she's
Yeah, it
not
seemed like
dated.
he maybe, like, had another family or something, I don't
It
know. It's
sounded
kind
like
of
it. Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Cause
not
she said
good.
something
Not
about a double life or something, but they didn't elaborate on that. So
no, no.
yeah. But it's time to open, and there's a line out the door all the way down the road. People with all these boxes, and yeah, I just I never really thought about. I worked in gift wrap one year when I was in retail. Part of my job was doing the gift wrap, and we were very busy at holiday time, but never any other time of the year. But I just wrap my
No,
own
it's
gifts.
like yeah, the random guy who comes in is like, "Oh, it's my wife's birthday, like, I need this wrapped." But
Yeah. Hmm.
most people I don't know. I think about my own husband, like, he's not the best gift wrapper in the world, but he tries, and he
Hmm.
would never in a million years would it cross his mind to look up a gift wrapping store,
No,
ever.
no. And sometimes I don't even know. I haven't been to a mall in so long, but the mall would set up a booth like the Boy Scouts or some other local group, and they would do a gift wrapping thing for a couple of weeks before Christmas, but not here now. To employ
No, and
four
I've
people full time.
yeah, and I've had that at markets where we have some kind of fundraising group do gift wrapping, but, you know, bless their hearts, it's never very good because
Hmm.
they're not professional gift wrappers,
No,
right?
no.
They're just mom and her kids trying to raise money to, go on a mission trip or whatever,
Hmm.
and,
Yeah.
so, plus it's an expensive endeavor to, like, go buy wrapping paper because I don't know if you've purchased wrapping paper lately, but it's very
It
expensive.
is. Yeah. And remember the wrapping paper sales you guys used to do in middle school? And everybody always felt like they had to buy it, but the rolls were like $15 a piece.
And they're like, "You get 6 feet of writing paper." It's
Enough to wrap
just
two shirts.
yeah, "Do you wanna buy wrapping paper and chocolate and a book light from me so that I can get
This is the most random.
1% sent back to my school?"
1% sent back to your school, and then if you really sold a lot, you might get this little crappy keychain or something as a prize. I
No,
mean,
I
they
think
always
the
say,
highest oh, go
wasn't there
ahead.
like a bike or something that probably somebody in Minnesota won?
Or you get to take a limo to lunch with the principal. I mean, come
Who
on.
wants
Who
that?
doesn't wanna do that?
You sit there in
What?
awkward silence.
Why?
To lunch, what do
So
you do? Do they
weird.
pull up in the bus lane and then drive you to the front of the school? Or do they actually pick you up from your house?
They took you no, they took you out to lunch.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
So that's awkward. You're
but
sitting there with the principal by yourself. That's strange.
so weird.
I don't remember hearing about anybody actually winning
Oh,
that, but that's
no,
funny.
I don't think they do those fundraisers anymore because they
I
don't
don't
make
think
any
so.
money.
No. No, and if
No.
the parent took the pamphlet to school to their job, people would get all PO. It's like, I don't wanna do this.
No.
Yeah. So,
Oh gosh.
anyway, but back to the
Yes.
movie. So,
Yes.
they're all busily wrapping, but for some reason, Tina has to go to the department store. I don't think they
Mhm.
said why. But she's at
Mhm.
this department store, and she runs into a girl who's having trouble loading film into her Polaroid camera. And so Tina offers to help her, and in doing so, she accidentally takes a selfie of herself, which immediately develops. It pulls out of the machine, out of the camera. And the girl said, "Oh, look, it's good." I'm like, "That take you have to, don't you know you have to shake it like a Polaroid picture and blow on it, and it takes like 3 minutes
Yes.
to develop." But it was right there immediately. And so she laughs and she's having a great time. And so Tina turns it around and takes another picture of herself. And I'm like, "Do you know how much Polaroid film costs?" I actually looked it up. It's about $20 for 16 photos these days. So she
Yeah.
just cost that girl $2.50. Some random girl. I'm just going to keep taking pictures of myself.
Yeah, here, you wanna have these, right? Like, what?
And the girl keeps them, pictures of this random stranger who she then asks, "Can you help me find a Christmas gift for my dad?" And Tina's like, "Oh, I'm kind of busy. I have to get back to work wrapping presents, but okay."
Then why are you here? Why are you at the
Why are
department
you
store
here?
if you're
It
so
doesn't never
busy?
say what she's shopping for.
Uh, are are you recruiting customers? Like, what are you doing here?
Passing out your card. Here, come and get your gifts wrapped. So,
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
that was strange that this random girl asked this random woman to help her find a gift for her dad. But they look around and they settle on a tie. And then Michael shows up. Michael is Haley's dad.
Mhm.
And a flirtation ensues. This is the meet cute. But they part ways, and later Tina runs into Michael and he asks her out for coffee, but she turns him down, claiming she's too busy, but really she's afraid to get into another relationship. She doesn't want to date. She's afraid of ending in heartbreak. So she's just going to be alone. Um, Meanwhile, Tina's dad, and it looked like Tina lives with her dad. Is that what you got from this?
I think so, yeah.
So, which we see a lot in some of these TV movies where the other parent has passed away or just left, um, that the adult child ends up living with the parent. And he's doing some research on a place called Alfred House, which is where they've held so sorry. They've held the
You're
gala
fine.
for year after year after year. It's this staple in the town. It's a beautiful home. And he's the caretaker there. And he's particularly drawn to a painting that they call The Woman in Blue over the fireplace. And he wants to learn who she is because nobody knows. It's just this painting of this woman. She's in kind of Victorian-esque clothing. And so he's doing some research. And his friend Robin arrives to deliver some bad news. The company who owns the Alfred House has sold it, and so it is no longer available for the gala, which just days, of course, before Christmas and the event. The event's on Christmas Day, which I always find that odd. Who would go to a big thing on Christmas Day? It's like
Yeah,
having a Christmas Day wedding.
who hosts a fundraiser on Christmas Day? Like, what? I'm not going to that. Are
No,
you
I want
kidding?
to.
Unless I can log onto it from Zoom, I'm not going
Uh
to
huh.
it.
I want to spend it with my family. Plus, by Christmas Day, I've already spent my money. I can't go to a charity event. I'm
It's the
tapped out for the
worst
year.
time. Yeah, to try to raise money.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. And also, like, you would have a contract in place with this company if you were planning on having
Mm-hmm.
this event here. You would
For
have a
sure.
contract in place that would need to be honored, even if it was sold.
Mm-hmm.
So That part made no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
And also this gala that they're hosting, are they footing the bill for this? Because that's kind of what it seemed like.
Well, yeah, because she kept saying they're sponsoring it. So sponsor means money. And
I'm
so
like,
this is a really lucrative wrapping paper business.
are they selling
And
drugs in the back? What are they doing?
it's a wrapping paper business.
This is a
Wink, wink.
front, okay?
Yeah. And maybe their homemade wrapping paper sells so well that they have online sales. Who knows?
Oh, wait, their wrapping paper's homemade?
Oh, you didn't catch that part? Oh, we'll talk
Who
about that.
missed
We
that?
make all our own. We make all our own wrapping
What?
paper.
Thank you.
No, you
No, you do
don't. It
not.
is Hallmark paper. I could tell. It was hanging on the walls. It's the Hallmark paper that I've seen in the stores. You did not make that. But we will
Do you
talk about
know
that
how hard
because
it is to make your own paper? What are
oh,
we talking about?
it's really easy and we'll talk about that later. You must have missed this
Okay,
great detail.
I
So,
missed this. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
something to
Okay.
look forward to. So, yeah.
I'm
So
excited. Maybe I'll make
with
my own wrapping paper this year.
it's really easy.
No, I
All you
won't.
need is a
I
Polaroid
will
and a
not.
printer. So with just days before the event, Tina's left to scramble to find a new event for the event or a new venue for the event. And at this point, I'm wondering, where are her friends? What are they doing? Why is it all up to her to find the venue, to organize everything? I don't. I thought they were all doing it, but it seems like it's solely up to her.
Does
So,
she own the shop and they work for her, or do they all own it together?
well, that's what it kind of felt like. But when I watched the other
Uh-huh.
movie, it seems like they're all like co-owners. They're all in it together. So,
Okay. Okay.
but she kind of, and maybe it's just because she's the lead in this movie and it focuses on her story. It kind of feels like she's the manager or the lead, but who
Mm-hmm.
knows?
Yeah.
But of course, we have to have a conflict, and that's created when we learn that Michael owns the company who sold Alford House. And we don't know why yet because it's been a staple in the community forever. And why would you sell this wonderful place? He's supposedly this wonderful, successful businessman, but suddenly he has to sell off this house. Jump to Haley's school, and she's sitting on a bench looking forlorn, and Michael is talking to some administrator or principal or something. Haley sits and she's listening nearby. We learn that she has some kind of a learning disability, which is undisclosed at this point. And her current school lacks the resources to help children who need specialized help. And I don't know why they're just figuring this out now, or maybe they lost funding. They don't really go into that. But all of a sudden, this school is not enough. And no school in this town has programs that Haley needs and other children like her.
I thought this was very weird.
Mhm,
I thought it was very unrealistic for the time that we live in. Every school, especially in a town that is depicted in a Hallmark movie where everybody has money, nobody's poor, you know,
mhm.
that like I don't know. I just didn't buy it. I did not buy it at all that
I
the school would
know.
be like, "Hey, we're kicking her out. Basically, we can't help her." It just
Yeah, this
seemed very
isn't
weird to
the
me.
1800s where it's like this kid
No.
can't keep up with the one room schoolhouse. You're going to have to teach him at home. It,
Yeah.
it seemed weird
It
to me. And Michael, he is a successful businessman. Couldn't he hire a tutor? I mean, isn't there somebody that
yeah.
could help her? But
Yeah. Couldn't they have written it so that Tina, before she opened the gift wrapping store, was gonna be a teacher and she's the tutor, right, that he
mhm,
hires? Something like that? I
that
don't
would have been a
know. It
great
just
twist.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just seemed very weird. I don't know.
Hmm.
I did not buy this at all. So
Yeah. Me either. So, but as they step outside, Haley apologizes for not being smart, which I thought was really sad. But he
yeah.
assures her that she's smart, she just learns differently. And then you cue the snow filter. All of a sudden, it starts snowing gently. To cheer her up, Michael offers to take Haley anywhere she'd like to go, and she chooses Disneyland, which he says is out of the question. So rather than Disneyland, let's go to Tina's gift wrapping shop because that's the same thing.
Where every preteen girl wants to go.
Right? So of course, she's trying to get
Oh.
her dad and Tina together. Oh, I'm on the same page. So while at the shop, Tina and Michael chat. At this point, Tina knows that he's the owner of Alfred House. I believe. Yes, she knows, but she doesn't tell him she knows.
Mhm.
She doesn't. He doesn't know she knows.
No, she's gonna keep that a secret because we don't
Mm-hmm.
tell the truth. We don't tell the
No,
truth to solve the
no,
problem.
no, definitely not. And Haley continues to take pictures of Tina. It's
It's
Polaroids. It's weird. Just sticks them in her pocket. Um, So while at the shop, Michael and Tina talk about he needs someone to help him pick out Christmas gifts, and she wants answers about Alfred House. So they agree to meet at Dayton's department store the next day. Apparently, Tina's also a personal shopper because she's going to go and help him pick
Oops.
out his gifts. And while there, she grills Michael on what he does for a living, and he tells her that he buys and sells companies, sometimes breaking them up. Sometimes it's necessary to lay off employees, and she's all mad about that because she heard that he bought and sold some company, and all the employees were laid off just weeks before Christmas. So now he's the villain,
Mhm.
right? She overhears him on a business phone call and makes assumptions about his ruthlessness, his business practices, and because of the folks being laid off. And so she's got these preconceived notions about him and what his business practices are like. Meanwhile, Thomas, her dad, is digging deeper. He believes he may be able to get the sale of the Alfred house delayed or revoked if he can find some sort of historical significance. Well, if it's on this historical register, I think you can still sell it, but there are just parameters that you have to follow. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't tear
But
it down.
you can't tear it down, which is what he learns that the new owner plans to tear it down and put up a big fancy hotel. If it's truly on the historical register, you can't do that. So
Mhm.
Michael had no idea about the demo plans. And so he agrees to help Tina try to find a way to move forward with the charity gala as planned. She thanks him by agreeing to have dinner with him. And Haley, she arrives at their house. I wrote, looking like she's dressed for her shift as the activities director for the Love Boat. She's got this little white pleated skirt and this, I guess it's a blazer, but it's got no collar and it's got these gold buttons. It's navy blue with white trim. And I'm like, are you a
What are you
purser?
wearing?
I know. It was very strange, especially since it's supposed to be Christmas time in Minnesota. The skirt is very short. I would think, a
Yes.
Christmas sweater and some slacks or even jeans, but I don't know.
Yeah.
These are just the nitpicky things that I notice when I watch a movie. But
Mhm.
the three of them bond. Haley learns that Tina also lost her mom at a young age. She's pushing for a romantic relationship between her dad and Tina. And oh, did you hear my stomach growling? I don't know
No.
why. It's 5:30 in the morning. Tina tells Michael why she's so reluctant to date again. Her past relationship was all a lie, so she has trust issues. Michael moves in for a kiss anyway, and they're interrupted by Haley. Surprised she didn't take a picture of that, but and he invites her to come to an event where they're gonna gift wrap presents for underprivileged kids. So she arrives, and she's got, I don't know, like 6 rolls of paper that are already
Yeah.
opened, and they have hundreds and hundreds of gifts. It looks like that they're gonna wrap with these magic rolls of paper that she probably printed up
Mhm.
on her way. Uh, so she realized that maybe she's judged Michael too harshly. But then we have another conflict. Thomas's friend Robin runs into Tina and Michael as they're leaving the gift wrap event, and she starts spewing about the company who's buying Alfred House, stating that she found all the dirt that Tina wanted her to dig up on this guy. And so Michael realizes that maybe Tina's not who he thought she was. He's hurt. He storms off. Tina's been playing them from the start. More assumptions, more miscommunications. I said,
Mhm.
just talk to each other. Just, is it so hard?
Ah. Mhm.
So we finally find out. that it turns out Tina was wrong. Michael's company did lay off employees right before Christmas, but only after he gave them generous severance packages at the company's expense. And because of this big expense, that's the reason why they have to sell the Alfred house. So these must have been really
Mhm.
generous because we're talking $1 million house here at least. It's huge. It's a
Yeah.
mansion.
Oh, yeah.
Millions, not just million. Yeah, so because of that financial hit, they had to sell Alfred House, and that's the whole reason. But he had no idea that it was going to be torn down. So Tina doesn't know what to do. She's torn. She goes to her dad for advice, and he says something really profound: apologize and make things right. Aha! This
Thank
is
you
a
so
great idea.
much. I had no idea.
Dad, you are so smart and insightful. I'm sounding like I hated this movie. I didn't hate this movie. I thought it was cute. But there are just moments where it's like, duh, Tina, apologize. Make it right.
Yeah.
So,
Don't tell lies.
uh-huh,
It's very
exactly.
easy.
So she decides to go to Michael's house and apologize. And he shares with her a scrapbook that he has found that was probably supposed to be a Christmas present, he says, but he went ahead and got into it anyway, that Haley has clearly been working on. And it's full of Polaroids, mostly of Tina, which I found a little bit creepy. I don't know. And the pictures that they made it look like she secretly took of them, but we've all heard of Polaroid. When you take a picture, there's no secret about it. It goes, and then it spits out the photo. So it was cute though, but he said that she loves photography because it's her way of expressing herself, that she is dyslexic and she has trouble with traditional expression. And so
Mhm.
taking the photos and compiling them into a storyline is a good way for her to really express herself. So that was cute.
But okay, so your school cannot support a dyslexic child?
Uh-huh.
What is wrong with the school?
Yeah,
What?
the whole
That
town.
no school in the town can support her? What?
Uh-huh. Yeah, when he said
It's
that,
so weird.
yeah, it's very weird. Not one person in that school has any kind of history of helping children with dyslexia. So
Yeah.
we just learned that Michael took a huge financial hit, but he's decided, you know what? I want to start a special school for kids with dyslexia. And I'm like, that's easy to do. You're just going to start a school. You just said you're broke because, well,
Yeah.
not broke, but you took a financial hit. Now you're going to
Yeah.
start a school. So, yeah,
And I mean, I don't know, but are there enough kids in this town with dyslexia
for
to
a
start
whole
a school?
school.
Because they've all been kicked out of the town, apparently, because they've been told, "We can't help you. Get out of here." I don't like this whole runner, I just feel like could have been removed
Yeah.
from the movie.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't necessary in any way.
Yeah. Or
Um,
like you said, have Tina be the tutor and have some other catalyst for the house. What are they going to do with it? How are they going to get it back? Something else. You're creative,
yeah, or
Hallmark. You
even
can.
yeah, absolutely. Even if Tina, maybe we saw her reflecting on like how she loves this wrapping store, but she really still wants to be a teacher. Like maybe there's a
Mm-hmm.
connection there and they could start the school together or something like
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of disjointed and random
Yeah.
as part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the two of them decide to go to dinner without Haley, just the two of them, so they can talk about everything, move past it, and talk about whether they have a future together. And then Tina starts quoting her dad, and he's like, is there a time for us, blah, blah, blah. And she said, my dad always said there's no time like the present. And then at dinner, I don't remember what it was in response to, but she said, my dad always said you have to stay in the moment. And I was immediately taken to Pitch Perfect. My dad always said, what was it? If at first you don't succeed, pack your bags. was like, I know this wasn't supposed to be a funny moment. If you can't stand the heat, get the hell out of Kuwait. But it just reminded me of this scalp. Pitch perfect. So
That part
anyway.
of that movie is so funny because just the way that Anna Camp delivers that line,
Oh
you think
yeah.
it's going to be something poignant, and then
Uh-huh.
you're like, "Oh my God, your
Your
dad is
dad's
terrible."
terrible. Yep.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. So that's kind of what that felt like a little bit. But
yeah.
anyway, so meanwhile, an old deed turns up for the Alfred house and with the
Of course
surname
it does.
yeah, it just nobody's seen it before this time, but it suddenly turns up. And the house is under the surname Alonso, which is Michael's last name. Surprise, surprise. Turns out the lady in blue is Michael's great aunt. And this timeline did not check out for me because your great aunt, Francie, is like 78 years old and still living. Michael looks to
It's
be
not
about your
from
same
the
age.
Victorian era.
We don't have a painting of your Aunt Francie in a blue velvet dress with a high collar and her hair pulled back. This has to be like great, great, great aunt. But
Yeah.
but just, another little detail they didn't check out.
All right.
Um, but I
And
digress.
he didn't know, like he didn't know this. This is what?
Yeah,
Especially if it's only two generations back. You really didn't know this? I don't know.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And your family's had this house forever and no one's ever said who that is. No one's ever asked, hey, who is that lady sitting above the
Yeah.
fireplace?
Yeah.
I had photos of my great grandparents, so it'd be your great great grandparents, very early 1900s, hanging on the wall. And you guys were like, those are freaky. Who is that?
Yeah.
I,
But we
I finally,
knew who they were.
but you knew who they were. It wasn't like, I don't know. I just hung them there. So
So
apparently,
mad that we're tearing apart this movie.
well, I'm a details girly. So it's these things that are like, come on, man, you're going to start a house. You don't even know who that lady is. It's hanging on your wall for centuries or decades, maybe not
Oh,
centuries.
apparently not centuries because
Yeah.
this was
Uh,
painted in the 70s.
yeah. Right. Was she at
Oh
some
my
sort of a
gosh.
cosplay for the queen? I don't know. Um, so we learned that Michael's great aunt, and I don't know if they even gave her a name. She's just the lady in blue. She actually bequeathed the Alfred house to the community. It belongs to Ramsey County and cannot be sold. So now the gala's back on, but Michael's probably thinking, oh, shoot, now what am I going to do? I just gave all these
Have any
people money.
money?
I'm going to need to get another job at McDonald's or something. So, yeah, how they're going to recoup their losses, I don't know, but
But he seems thrilled about it, so
he's
it's
excited. Yeah.
okay. All
And
right.
what's he going to do with Alfred House after the gala? He's going to turn it into a school, just like Joe on Little Women. He's going to take Plumford House and make it a school because that's cheap and easy
Yeah.
to do. So, on to the
Right.
gala. Tina has Haley take a. Okay, so the gala, everybody's gathered, and Tina's dress, by the way, is beautiful, gorgeous. I don't know if you noticed.
Can I walk back for just a second? Something just
Sure,
occurred to me. If the Alfred House belongs to the community, he can't do anything with it. Why is he saying this is what I'm going to do with it? You don't
true.
own it. It's not
Yeah,
yours.
you have to put it to the community and say, can we facilitate a house or a school for this house? And they have to
Yeah.
say yes or no. Likely, it's going to be a museum, and you can hold galas there.
Yeah,
But
because then where are they going to have the gala going forward?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
The whole community will be very upset.
yeah.
Oh,
Another
okay.
detail.
Right.
So this is the wallpaper or the wrapping paper part. So they still got this wrapping paper competition, which is held at the gala. And Tina has this great idea. There's this beautiful wallpaper in like the sitting room where the print or the painting of Aunt whoever. and it's like this burgundy on deep wine wallpaper. She says, "Haley, can you take a picture of that with your Polaroid?" Which, what a great quality photo Polaroids spit out.
They're so good. They're really known for their quality.
And high detail. They're fun. I love a Polaroid. I had one when I was
Oh,
12,
yeah.
but if you really want to catch details on some wallpaper, it's probably not the camera to do. So she takes a picture, and
Your
again, immediately,
phone is gonna be better than a
yeah,
Polaroid.
for sure. So she has her take a picture. They go over to the gift wrap shop, and Tina says, "Oh, yeah, we make all our own wrapping paper." So she takes the Polaroid, and it's this giant industrial printer. She puts it on the screen. She closes the lid, pushes a button, and it's a Polaroid. It's got a white frame around it and everything. Does nothing else.
Yeah.
Pushes a button, and it shoots out this giant sheet of what looks like wallpaper.
Missed this. I must have been cooking or something. I missed this twice. I watched this movie 2 times.
Oh, I'm like,
How I missed
that
this.
could not happen. It just spits out this wrapping paper, and that's apparently how they do it.
I wish, man.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you want something new? I like this print on this dress. I'm going to make wrapping paper out of it. No, that's not a thing. So there probably are big industrial printers, I'm sure, but you can't just throw a Polaroid on
Yes.
there, have it spit out this gorgeous
Mm,
piece of paper. So
no.
the gala goes off without a hitch. The rest of the friend group arrives to the gala. And I wrote, after not helping organize it at all, we'll learn later that they actually do. Michael and Tina share their first kiss. Oh, wait. Tina wins the wrapping paper competition. No
Of
big
course.
surprise there.
Yes. Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
Tina and Michael share their first kiss, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. And it kind of leaves
Mhm.
you wondering, why did we need all these other characters? But there are 3 other movies. I did go ahead and watch Mia's Prince afterwards, and it does focus on, okay, this was Mia's task for the gala. So she has this storyboard of all the things she's doing. So I'm assuming in each movie they're going to show they each had a part in it. They just don't portray that in the first movie.
So it's the same
It's the
timeline
same
that they're
gala
portraying in each
the whole
movie.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at first I thought it was, oh, are they going to sponsor another gala for the next 3 years? But no, because they
Yeah.
show up in the same outfits. So it's the same one. So
Okay.
so that was the movie. I'll give you a few little behind the scenes details. The cast said they loved filming inside St. Matthew's Church, saying it was a great backdrop for the emotional scenes. Oh, it did take place in winter of 2024. So it was probably chilly in Canada, but not like Minnesota chilly, I guess.
Yeah.
So there were already lots of holiday decorations and twinkle lights to add a festive touch. You can see Hallmark gift wrap and Christmas cards throughout the movie. And that's really all the details that I have from that. So yeah.
Cool.
Would you like to play a quick trivia game?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Okay. This is just Hallmark Christmas trivia based on Hallmark Christmas movies. Some of
Ooh.
these
Okay.
movies you may not have seen, so you'll just have to guess. And I did fact check these, so I didn't have Chat GPT just spit out random stuff that's not true. Okay. In Christmas in Rome, what is Angela, Lacey Chabert's job? Is she a wine dealer, a Roman tour guide, a chef, or a photographer?
Tour guide.
Say that again.
Tour guide.
Oh, tour guide. Okay. Yes, correct. She's a Roman tour
I've
guide.
seen that one. It's
I
very
have too.
good. I love
Hmm.
that one. Yeah.
Okay, you should know this. Well, this is a detail that I didn't remember, but I have seen this movie many times, and I know you have too. In Christmas Under Wraps, Lauren, Candace Cameron Bure, gives up a fellowship in order to stay in Garland, Alaska with the man she has fallen in love with. What city was the fellowship in? A. Seattle, B. San Francisco, C. Boston, or D. Baltimore?
Mm, Seattle.
Boston.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then in the second movie, they say she went to San Francisco
Oh, okay.
when and I remember that because we were like, "Oh, that's kind of a callback to Full House."
That's right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Why was I
okay.
thinking Seattle? Okay, well, I guess if she went to Seattle, they could have made that work, right? Because it's kind of close to Alaska. It's
Yeah, you can.
close-ish.
Quick flight ish.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Okay.
don't know that you've ever seen this movie, The Christmas Card. Did you ever watch that one? So this
No.
is going to be a just a stab in the dark. What is the
Okay.
name of the small town in The Christmas Card where Cody Cullen first meets Faith Spellman? A. Nevada City, B. Pine Valley, C. New Hope, or D. North Prairie?
Pine Valley.
Nevada City, and that's the only one that's a real city. The other ones I made up. I mean, they could be real cities. Pine Valley sounds, I don't know, like it could be a real city, but I just made those up.
Sounds Hallmarkish.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got 2 out of 3. No, you've got 1 out of 3. In 9 lives of this is 2 more. In 9 Lives of Christmas, what is Zach's occupation? A police officer, B, a science teacher, C, a ranch owner, or D, a firefighter?
I haven't seen this one. Science teacher.
You've never seen the 9 Lives of Christmas? Oh,
No.
Ambrose
Is
became
it about a cat? I
became
don't
the.
like cats.
I've seen this so many times. It's so good. He becomes the firehouse cat. Zach is a firefighter.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch
Okay,
it. I have not seen it.
and finally, in Christmas on Cherry Lane, Jonathan Bennett plays Mike. What potentially stressful culinary undertaking is Mike managing for a large gathering on Christmas Eve while simultaneously dealing with a kitchen remodel? A. Baking a multi
I don't
tiered
know.
wedding cake. B. Preparing a full vegan holiday feast. C. Roasting a large turkey for 14 guests. Or D. Catering a complex dessert buffet.
Turkey.
Turkey. Roasting a large turkey for 14 guests.
I've seen that
Yes.
movie like 4 or 5 times.
It's
Love it.
so good. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Okay, now it's time to rate the movie, and we're going to rate it based on gift boxes. So, how many gift boxes
Oh,
would you give Tina's Miracle?
okay. So, like I said at the beginning, I liked this movie. It was fine. Would I have watched it a second time if we weren't going to discuss it? Probably not. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like the storyline was predictable and monotonous, kind
Mm-hmm.
of. There were some things that I just didn't think they should have been part of the movie.
Yeah.
The styling was really good. Everybody's hair looked great. Clothes were great. If you suspend your disbelief that we're in Minnesota in the middle of winter. Um, I feel like Haley was playing a lot younger than she actually is.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that Polaroid stuff would have been cuter if she was like 7.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
but she's much older, so they should have I think they should have either cast somebody younger or written it differently. So I think I'll give this one give it a 3. Yeah, 3
Okay.
gift boxes.
All right. I agree with everything you said. Um, there were some inconsistencies, and like I said, I'm the details girl, so I noticed these things. You know, the lady in
Mhm.
blue was definitely not his great aunt. Um, you can't just open a school, especially in an old house like that. There's logistics to go through. You know, where would you even put classrooms? How would this be laid out? Who's going to teach these kids? Who's going to be the administrators? There's so many things that have to come into play. But I did enjoy it, and if it was on again in the background, I would watch it. I would leave it on. I wouldn't like
Hmm.
shut it off. So I'm going to give it 3.5 gift boxes. I really like
Okay.
Natalie Hall. I think she's a great actress. She plays kind of the same kind of role each time, but I
Yes.
did go ahead and watch the second one, the Mia's Prince, and I actually like that one more. So if you get a
Okay.
chance, check that one out. I do plan to watch the other two, and I don't think I wrote down the names of the other two, but what?
just realized that Danny's movie that she really liked was Mia's Prince. It wasn't this one.
Oh, was it? Didn't she say
Yeah,
Tina's Miracle like
I
several times?
swear it was. I swear it was this one, but it says on her list it says Mia's Prince. So
Okay.
okay,
Well,
well maybe
that's
she won't care that we didn't love this movie.
yeah. Because Mia's Prince, I actually really enjoyed. I recommend it,
Okay,
and I'm looking forward to seeing the other two stories because I do like a
cool.
good movie series. The Groomsmen is one of my favorites. Love the Wedding Veil. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I feel like in the Groomsmen and in the Wedding Veil, you see a lot more of the friends' interaction in every movie. So I
Yes.
really like that development. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
that's this week's episode. Did you want to talk about what we're going to discuss next week?
Yeah, next week I'm changing it up. We're not going to do one of the Unwrapping Christmas movies. We're going to do a 90s Christmas, which came out in 2024, and it stars Eva Bourne, who we love from One Calls the Heart, and I have never seen it before, so I'm excited to watch that movie and chit-chat about it.
Okay, me too. All right. Well, be sure to follow us on Love on the Pod and share your episode thoughts or ideas by emailing us at loveonthepod@gmail.com. Plus, you can text us with future movie recommendations using the link in our show notes. If you love this episode and want to hear more, please subscribe to the podcast as we drop new episodes weekly. So, whether you're taking Polaroids of random strangers,
Or planning an elaborate Christmas gala.
we hope all your gifts are beautifully wrapped. Happy Christmas in July. Have a great week too, also. And I'll see you next time.
Great day, way, week. Yeah. We'll see you
Thank
later.
you. Bye.
Bye.